want you to take a look at this screen. A lot of you all have probably just now found out about this and that these kinds of things have occurred. But those of us that well know our history, we've long known about these kinds of things. But I wanted to take some time to share this with you all for several reasons that I'm about to explain. Many of you, if you've been on this channel for quite some time, you know I've always said that a white supremacist is the epitome of what evil is. They're irredeemable. When you look at this, if you are any type of a human being, the very thought of it would send a shudder down your spine. You wouldn't have that in you to do that. But I'm going to fill you in on some history that I know that you all might not have known before this. When you look at the continent of Australia today, you think mostly white people. But once upon a time, that was an all-black continent. And when the British came there, instead of coming in peace, and they saw that the people didn't really know too much about certain types of weapons or what have you, to the point that when they touched them, some of them cut their hands on the swords that they had never seen guns, didn't know what, gunpowder things that kill people were in that nature, other than what they used to hunt with and get food with. Do you know that the British, once they saw that, they didn't say, okay, these are some peaceful people. We're going to come here and share what we have with them and learn what they know. And, hey, we'll make some new friends far away from home. No, that's not what they did. What they did was what they always do wherever they've ever gone. They immediately got to raping, killing, and enslaving them. But they wasn't quite done. They were like, you know what? Nah, we can't. We can do better than that. We can be far more evil and sadistic and vicious and psychotic than that. I'm going to put a link to the description of what I'm saying in here so that you can understand where I'm coming from with this and look up the research for yourself. But they took the Aboriginal babies, took them down to the beach, dug holes in the sand, put the babies in the holes up to their necks, and took turns seeing who could kick the babies' heads off. Oh yes, this really happened. Many of you well know here in the United States, during slavery, they would take black babies and feed them to alligators, alligator bait. See, there's a lot of words that you hear used in the dominant society. If you start doing research on where those words and phrases come from, you'll find some ugly history connected to black people in this country and around the world for that matter. But let's get into this. In the early 1900s, one of the most popular games at the local fair was Hit the Nigger Baby. These fairs would set up a black baby or toddler, and white people would pay money for baseballs to throw at the nigger baby as hard as they could. The favorite highlight of playing this game was when the black mother was forced to breastfeed her baby and feed them so that when the person throwing the baseball hit the baby's stomach, they would throw up all their mother's milk. The crowd would cheer at the hit to the stomach of the baby, and the person would get a prize. Many would just get done worshiping white Jesus at their church and then head over to the fair to hit the nigger baby. Now, for those of you that were able to make it through that, you're probably furious. You're probably angry. Many sisters are probably in tears at the very thought of just hearing that. I want you to let this sink in. Let me explain something to you. And I'm doing this for a reason, to remind you of why we're seeing them do the things they're doing now, and to remind you that we're all we got out here. When you look at the 60, 70-year-old, 80-year-old white people that are living today. Just imagine the things they partook in and saw. Just think about that. The people that were alive when they lynched us and actually posted up in town and shared postcards of it, cut parts off black people and put them on their mantles. You think about how sick and demonic you have to be. You see, we have a problem not only in this country, but around the world. When you look at what they say America is, and this is why I have no respect for a coon, people just go along with it and act like things were always great for us in this country. In fact, the business, make America great again. When the hell was it ever great for black folks under this kind of terrorism? That has not stopped to this day. Yet a coon, or the average ignorant white person that doesn't know their history, most of them do, but there are a lot that don't. They think that everything is great for everybody. We don't live in the same America. We don't. They've never had to experience this happening to their children in this country. So for the average black person to pretend like the greater majority of their society is sane or normal when you did this, when you had grandparents, great-grandparents, etc., that participated in this. So you got to really think about this. Some of these people, they had children. All of them did. There's somebody in every white family that participated in something like this towards one of us. So when I hear a black man saying, I'm not going to protect black women and black children, when I hear a black woman saying black men shouldn't be supported or shouldn't, have any protection, kill all black babies, baby boys, and all that kind of shit, I look at these people and I say, do you have any clue what your history is here? Now, some of them, even if they know it, they still wouldn't care. And that's fine, because I like knowing where I stand, not only with white supremacists, but with the enemy among us. And if you thinking like that and you fit into that category of black man and black woman that I just mentioned, you are the enemy. So let me tell y'all something what keep me going, man. I want y'all to understand something. In this time period, one of your greatest weapons is going to be your ability to think. For me, I study my history. I've had the opportunity to meet some of our great elders and our ancestors that have passed on when I was a child. Changed my life forever. I had parents and grandparents and knew my great-grandparents. They taught me many things. I would remember times when I would sit as a little boy and just listen to them talk to me. And for some reason, I've just always had an affinity to sit and talk to my elders, soak up as much knowledge as I could and apply it. So for me, having reached manhood, and I say manhood because that's an earned title. You can't just grow into black manhood. You have to earn it. Same thing for black womanhood. That's an earned title. You have to grow into that. When I look at a black child today, especially a little baby, this is what keeps me going. I know that little baby's going to need some protection. Now, I don't have any children, but I look at all black children as my children. I see my little cousins in them. See somebody's niece, nephew, son, daughter, whatever the case may be. And you know that little black child doesn't know anything about this type of evil. Especially an infant. Then you look at little black toddlers when they're just starting to walk. When they're just starting to laugh, and you know how they'll sit and play with you and everything. Those babies don't know anything about evil. Yet you got people that will see that. They don't see any humanity in those children. You got people, man, that there's history that I could reveal to you all. In fact, the business, I may have to drop some of this on Patreon so that you all understand that there is no reasoning with these people. This is why I tell people that, you know, a lot of them I'm friends with, when I hear them saying we're all one human race. Oh, no, we're not. We can't be all one human race and you do this. I don't have this in me. I don't. So no, we can't all be one human race when this is in your history and you're a white supremacist in the dominant society with this type of history. No, we're not all one human race. You're not human. So for me, when I hear people say that, I'm like, you have no idea what these people are capable of. What these demons are capable of, rather. So when like I said, when I see little black children, man, and I look at their faces and hear them laugh, as a man, that triggers something in you where I have to protect this child. Knowing what they face today and knowing our history. Like I said, I could put some stuff on Patreon, man, where you got little 2-year-olds, man, that have been kidnapped and raped. That's why I'm hell when I see somebody leave their children outside by themselves. I don't play that shit, man. It ain't got to be my child. You want to see me get pissed off? Let me see you leave your child somewhere by yourself in a public place. Y'all know how many black children and black people are kidnapped, especially the black homeless out here. Oh, yes, there's truth to that organ trafficking, organ harvesting and trafficking ring. They prey on the homeless people, but they'll take anybody that they can snatch that's by themselves. And before that happens, just think about the torture those people go through. So there's a lot of stuff on the dark web and dark net that y'all probably had never even heard of, man. But that stuff is true. As far as this history is concerned, though, let that be your motivator, man. The laughter and the smiles of little black children, those yet to be born. Black man, let me talk to you. Do you understand what I'm telling you? We have to stand up. We have to be the protectors. You can't afford to be running around out here high and drunk out your mind. You can't do that. You got to keep your body healthy. You got to keep your mind healthy. Stay steady learning. In fact, I'm going to take some time and put together a tactical defense strategy that we operate by in my community. But maybe somebody needs to go ahead and say this, because it should go without saying that you should keep your head on a swivel out here, because they've declared war upon us, which is the reason why you're seeing all these lynchings popping up around the country with black people. They're isolating soft targets. You have to move with a tactical buddy system out here. When you go somewhere, even if you're a black man, you need to let somebody know where you're going. Make sure your communication devices are charged up. Have that damn thing on you if you're able to legally carry it or not. I'm saying it. Damn right, I'm saying it. Move in units. See, this is the time for anybody with military training, any type of paramilitary training, tactical training. You have to step up and be leaders in your community. Because if you're not, what was the training for? We've already taken doing that where I'm from in my city. Y'all heard about it. See, all that shit y'all was hearing about Atlanta this, Atlanta that. Y'all see what the fuck happened down here when you push us too far. And we ain't done yet. We're going to get free this decade, black family. That's going to happen. I'm going to close this right here. But I want to take some time to just hit you all with this history to remind you all what we fighting for out here. To remind you all the type of enemy and demonic, wicked evil that we're up against out here. You can't reason with these people. That's why I can't stand when I see any black person sending their child up to hug these goddamn race soldiers out here. You keep them babies away from them goddamn demons. The link will be in the description to some more history that you all probably are not aware of. That being said, black man, stay strong out here. You, me, us, and we are the front line. You are the protectors. We have to stand up. That line break, our people are finished. Black women. That being said, you, being the nurturers that you are, You're also the brain, the mindset. First teachers of children. You two have to be strong, because before I close this out, I got to say this. Every black man, if you got a woman, it's your responsibility to teach that woman how to defend herself. In the event that something happens to you, if they get to her, she'll be able to take as many of them motherfuckers with her as she can to protect those babies. Black first. I'll see you all in future content.
But if you kill my son, I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to get on TV and cry and call for Reverend Sharpton. I'm going to quietly sit back, bury my baby, and then I'm going to figure out how to kill you and your wife and kill you and your children. Every black parent that have lost the child to the bullets of the enemy in uniform who's supposed to be your protector, you should go kill those enemies. That's your duty as a human being. And if you can't protect your family, you're going to bring a baby in this world, raise them up to a man, child, or a woman, and then you're going to let somebody come and shoot them down like a dog in the street, not only go into court and get off and laugh in your face, but they pay them back pay. And you're just going to get on TV and cry. No, your obligation is to go to your grave to avenge your children. That's your duty as a human being, black man.